afternoon, good evening, and good night, and welcome to Throwbacks, where we talk all things cool and retro. And today we've got a very cool one, a surprise one, as I headed into my local Walmart just to check around. Wasn't really expecting to see much, and lo and behold, here we are with the Star Wars Black Series Mandalorian and Andor packs. Andor is going to be from Season 2, so something to look forward to there for sure. And then, obviously, the two Mandalorian series figures were from Season 4. A much talked about season. Some like it, some love it, and then some really, really were disappointed. I'm somewhere in the middle on that, but I am very much looking forward to Andor Season 2. And this is a pretty cool looking TIE pilot. I guess it's a test pilot, so pretty neat there. Definitely going to get some extra playability, army builder type stuff here with Andor, with the helmet and all that good stuff. So something to look into, but enough looking at the packages, enough talking about it. It's time to crack these guys open and see what's going on with these brand new Star Wars Black Series. Alright, and away we go. We're going to start off first here with the Imperial version of the Praetorian Guards. These guys are obviously the predecessors to the First Orders, or Final Order, Praetorian Guards that we do see in Star Wars The Last Jedi. So, let's go ahead and get into the accessories. So we'll start off here with some weapon action here. I do like the little purple accents here going along, purple bluish accents going along the side here. I'm not a fan of the plastic look here. It's for something, just it just doesn't seem right. I think it just needs a paint wash over it. I don't think the plastic is just the right color for it. But all in all, it's pretty good. I like the little sculpting action that really gets the blade effect here at the tip. So pretty cool there. I like that. Okay, I suppose if you're gonna do an army build, I think you could go. Worse off. And then here is the kind of whip thing that they've got going on here. Again, I like the purple look to it. I like that it holds up on its own. All the way down. I think this is a much better example of a cool weapon, and probably one that I will, I'll probably display him with this, I do believe. Looks pretty cool. I like the tip here. It looks very nice. I'm always a fan of a good tip, and I think this Imperial Praetorian Guard has a pretty nice tip. Alright, let's get into the figure itself. Definitely has some serious sequel trilogy vibes here, and I don't think this is a bad thing at all. It definitely has some Royal Guard vibes too. Chestplate definitely looking, well, a lot of this is looking sequel trilogy, but top of the head looks pretty good. A decent amount of mobility. You're definitely not going to get a whole lot of up and down, but all around, you're doing okay there. Definitely getting some more of that sequel trilogy Praetorian armor here on the shoulders. Looks pretty nice. Hands, nice little detail there, little action on the back. Like I said, swivel, all that good stuff. You do have cloth bottoms, an extra cloth on the back, and then there's a straight up sequel trilogy plate going on there. You got these little armor on the side. So it looks like you have one, no, that's probably just wrapped around. So a single piece of cloth there, single piece of cloth on the back. Looks pretty cool, and it does have a little band here to kind of keep it all together. I think we'll remove that. I think we'll be okay. I don't think that's gonna ruin things too awful much, but all in all, a pretty cool looking figure, a definite eye-catching figure, one that is definitely needed. It's a good army builder for sure for people. Even if you don't army build, I would at least have at least one more of these, I think, to add to your collection. So pretty cool there. Alright, let's keep on trucking. Let's go to Cassian Andor, or in this case, Cassian Andor in the, was it experimental TIE Fighter, is that what they called it? They called it the Sienar, S-I-E-N-A-R test pilot. So there you go. It does come with a little pew-pew action going on there. Nothing to write home about. Seen this one before, and I'm sure we will see it again. It does come with a helmet. I do like the removable helmet aspect of this. definitely don't have any TIE fighter type helmets that were removable before. They were always attached to the chest plate, so this is definitely a nice addition and looks really, really good. The red pops very nice, and plenty of space there on the inside of the helmet, so it looks pretty good for sure. Like that a lot, so pretty nice. I dig it. And then on to Andor himself. I'd say that looks pretty good. A pretty good looking Andor, all things considered. Nice sculpting on the helmet. Pretty cool colors here on the back. Nice little attention to detail. Looks really nice. You'd have to ask Uncle BJ if that looks right or not, but hey, I guess we probably don't know because we haven't seen the show yet, but there is that. Lots of extra greeblies and bibs and bobs going on here, buttons and all that stuff. Nice Imperial. Is that sculpted on? Oh wow, that's really nice. So it's like a extra textured, you can see here. Come on, get that focus going on there. So it looks really nice. Extra little textured action going on, and the Imperial symbol is sculpted in there. And look at the pockets on this. Very nice with the code cylinders. Your little thing there hidden almost, yep, underneath the glove. So very nice there. Good detail on the gloves again. This is really nice, really detailed. Has your little Whoozy Watts that's hanging down there. Some belt action there. Very nice sculpting going on from that view. And boots are pretty much normal. A little bit of leather look to them. As they had little bumps and stuff like that. Looks pretty good. This is an awesome figure. I definitely would love to get an extra one of these. Just to be able to keep the helmet off and just display Andor like this. This is really cool. Very nice looking figure. Didn't expect to like that one that much, but I definitely do. And here's probably at least in my opinion, what's going to be the most wanted figure of this set. I'm already seeing a thing or two I'm not really a fan of. Maybe not so much with the figure, but definitely with the accessories. So we'll start off here with a normal single kind of side pistol action going on there. A little pew-pew. Gotta have a little pew-pew. And then he does have this little, I'm not sure what this is supposed to be. Like a, I don't know. I don't like this. This is kind of what I was talking about with that plastic. Like, you didn't paint it. You just went with whatever the plastic was. You probably painted this black, but it just looks, you know, it reminds me of these new Power of the Force figures. Some of their weapons, where they don't, obviously for, you know, the price point, they don't bother painting a lot of the weapons, and that's what I get. I get a very cheaped out look there. And he does have a little staff action, which again, you get that plastic look there at the top. It kind of takes away. I do like that they added this effect to it. And then it looks okay down here because this was actually painted. So you can kind of tell the difference here to the tip here. So shaft, tip. In this instance, the shaft is much better than the tip at the top and the tip at the bottom. I know that seems like a very strange gripe, but I think it just, if you would have just continued on and painted the tip, we would have had a very nice looking accessory there. But unfortunately, that's not the route they took, so to me it takes away. Now let's get to the very cool Mandalorian helmet. Very cool. Kind of a Darth Maul Mando vibe going on here. But it looks very cool. That pinkish, reddish, kind of a cherry red almost. Visor looks pretty dang cool, I gotta say. But all in all, a very nice looking helmet. Definitely gonna be an eye grabber on the shelf, which that's gonna be a whole nother thing. Is my Mandalorian shelf at this point I think is pretty maxed out, so we might just have to go to an extra set because we got a Mando movie coming and it's only gonna get more and more. So things we do. Now, I will say this is not the best head sculpt. The sculpt might be okay, but the paint application, the eyeballs, just something. This looks like dead, ultra dead. This kind of looks like you know, in Troy or a lot of these old Roman movies where they paint the rocks and they put them on over the eyes of the deceased person. That's kind of what I feel like we're getting right here. It feels like somebody painted eye rocks and put it on Moff Gideon's head there. Just something's a little off. I like the skin tone. I think they did a good job on that. That looks really good. But, at least he's going to be wearing his helmet at the end of the day, so not going to be too big of an issue there. Moving on to the armor. Looks pretty sweet. I like the very tight detail here going on. Looks really good. Just wanted to zoom in on his head, but you get the little numbers, little dots and all that stuff there. Shoulder bells, all that good stuff. This different color armor right here, I like. It's almost like a Batman color. If you've watched my Dark Knight reviews or anything like that, you get it kind of, that's the kind of color we're getting. Imperial belt buckle, side holster. It does have the Mandalorian little shooter things there that Boba has on his knees. So you can do a little extra blasting action there. And some heavy looking boots. These look very big, almost like maybe this is what he wore in the show to give the actor a little bit more height, but I don't know, it just looks a little different there. Cape is what it is. It's okay. It's not great. It's not bad. Wired cape again would have been nice, but it is what it is. And then we have a very nice back, very Rocketeer, heavy-duty backpack. I think weren't they able to blast off with this? I do believe. Got some vents here, so I'm guessing that is what's going on there. So it's pretty cool. It's gonna look better with the helmet on. The eyes are just taking me out of it. But let's go ahead and get all these guys posed out and give our final thoughts on the latest wave of Star Wars Black Series action figures. All right, and there we have everybody. All in all, I would say this is a B- set. It's, you know what, I'm gonna give it a B+. It's actually better than that. I will say Gideon's helmet is very kind of loose. If you hold it upside down, it won't fall. I will give it that. But you have to definitely work with it to not see his under skin on his face when you have it on. So keep that in mind. And the Praetorian doesn't stand great so far. I'm going to mess with him a little bit more, but so far he doesn't really stand all that great. So that's a little bit of an issue. But I think the sleeper figure is absolutely this test pilot. Andor, I think it's great. I think they put a lot of work into this, and it's very underrated, and I definitely need one more to have without the helmet on. Hopefully, maybe at a discount, so I'm not spending another $25 a figure on this. But like I said, all in all, I think this is a B+. I think it's fair to say. I'll work with the standing problems and the plastic accessory stuff, color. But yeah, this is a very good set. A good, much needed set. I think kind of rounding out the edges. You definitely needed this version of Moff Gideon, no doubt about it. But you know what? That's just my opinion, and I'm sure that you guys have yours. So we'd love to hear them in the comments down below. If you like this set, you don't like this set, you're kind of over the Black Series, the $25 price point's kicking you in the butt, and you just have to be a little bit choosy. All those things, leave them in the comments down below. And while you're there, you might as well go ahead and like this video. And of course, subscribe to the channel as we post new content every single day. But it is that time. It's time to get on out of here. It's time to throw one back. So for myself and Uncle BJ, we are going to throw one back. And we'll see you all next time.